Hey, good Saturday morning, everybody, on this October 22nd. Chris Allen here, right about 6 a.m. And it's all presented by Ace Hardware Marketplace. I was just thinking about yesterday and the great time that we had at the Ace Hardware Marketplace store in Greensburg. Had a good turnout, sold some weather radios, and got people prepared for the next storm whenever that happens. And as I mentioned to a lot of people yesterday, you got to think back to December, wintertime, well, late fall, almost winter, uh, when we had those tornadoes almost 1 year ago. And people tend to think, well, springtime is when we get those kind of severe weather episodes or even early summer. But as we saw last year, that is not always the case. It's always good to have a NOAA weather radio close by, and your Ace Hardware Marketplace stores have them in stock for $38.99. But we did the in-store event in Greensburg yesterday because that was one of the stores I didn't hit on that first wave of different Ace hardware stores that we did the weather radio event with. So it was good to see everybody there. We had folks from Hardin County, Hart County, Taylor, Green, Adair, all that area up there around the Green River Lake. It was a good day for it, too. And a good day for football. Western, yay, beating UAB at home yesterday. What a game. It was great. DJ Diesel, Shaq. Wow. That was pretty incredible as well. All right, it was a good day all around. Today's going to be another good day. Anywhere you look, we see a few clouds, high clouds, and mid-level clouds that are approaching from the west. And you may think, well, okay, so that looks like we could get some rain, but no. These are not rain-producing clouds. They'll just mix with the sunshine and the flow here coming out of the upper flow coming out of the west and southwest, and so are the surface winds. So that's what we're going to deal with today. Another breezy, warm, and very quiet day, except for the winds, of course, here as we get into the day. It is going to warm up. It is going to stay quite toasty, and that toasty weather looks to continue throughout the weekend. We could use some rain as we're in that moderate drought situation, but I don't see any until we get into Monday night and Tuesday. So I'll start with the 10-day blend of models here. As you can see, we're going to go upper 70s today, tomorrow, Monday, and mid 70s on Tuesday. And then we take a bit of a drop in temperature, but it's not going to turn cold. It's just going to get cooler, as you see by Wednesday. After that cold front brings us some much needed rain, we're going to stay in the 60s and maybe even touch 70 by next Friday. You see toward the end of the graph there, Monday, the 31st. That is Halloween. We're looking at temperatures very pleasant in the 60s, mid 60s, lows in the mid 40s. I don't see any frost or any more hard freeze to come for that stretch, that 7 to 10 day stretch. So you just leave your plants out. We're good. If you've covered them up or brought them in for that period when we had the below freezing temperatures, then you're good to go. They can be put back outside, and it's going to be a warmer trend over the coming days. Here's a look at currently 6 a.m. Kentucky mesonet temperatures, and you can see across the board here, we're good. I mean, really good as far as temperatures, 50s, even now some 60s showing up back to the west. The coldest air is now far eastern Kentucky, where it's still in some of the valley areas, and you get into the hills and the mountains. You get some 30s in the valley areas, and then you get 40s and 50s again. So everybody is feeling the warmer air, much warmer air coming in. It came in yesterday. It's going to stay with us for the rest of the weekend. I don't see any big change in that. Here's a look at the forecast temperatures as we go through time. Starting right now, you can see those 50s showing up quite nicely. Even the colors on the map showing things, no more blue on there. The blue was showing that really cold air. So we're going to go from the 50s this morning into the mid to upper 70s today. 77 it shows here, but we could be 78 or even 79. I don't think we'll hit 80. I mean, some places could further west or south, but looking good here. Yesterday's high was 75, by the way, in Bowling Green, and that was 5 degrees above the average of 70. So we're back and even above average for temperatures for this time of the year. Tonight we'll drop back down into, well, the mid 50s, about 55, 56. So again, like I said, no worries about your plants or anything. Just leave them out. Leave them out for several days to come. I don't see any freezing weather anytime soon. Then we go about mid 70s again tomorrow on your Sunday. Mostly sunny sky there. So again, the warm trend will continue, and we have no worries as far as frost or freeze coming. Here's a look at the maps this morning, and we'll take the tour here, beginning with the right now. 6 a.m. this morning, high pressure dominating the eastern half of the United States. We've got this really log jam of systems back in the Rockies and the plains. This is the system that I've been talking about for the last couple of days. That's going to bring some high elevation snows and then some mix and then some rain to the plains over the next 24 hours, affecting the Rockies and the Pacific Northwest. Here we go into Sunday afternoon. We're still pretty quiet here. Here we go into Monday, and you see, look at all this snow out in places like Western Dakotas, Montana, into Wyoming, Colorado, yeah, eastern part of the Rockies. And then here comes the big system, the cold front, showers and thunderstorms from the Great Lakes all the way down into Texas. As we get into Monday night into Tuesday, that's when we're going to start to see some rain. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, if you watched, I said that some of the rain chances had backed off just a bit, not completely gone, but they had come down. But now we're seeing a second area of low pressure develop along this system. And I think that's going to bring back, the models have kind of brought back better chances of getting some rain as we get into Tuesday and Tuesday night, especially, maybe even a few thunderstorms. There it is. And this thing gets kind of wound up. I mean, it's not a very deep low, but it's just enough, I think, to bring us the rain, some of the rain, beneficial rain back into the forecast. And when I say beneficial, I mean, we're looking at least now 60 to 70% coverage of rain, which is good. We desperately need the rain because we're in a moderate drought, high fire danger from here all the way into Tuesday when we finally see some raindrops. And we could pick up, a nice quarter to half inch of rain in some cases with this system. Again, this thing has kind of flip flopped a little bit. So we'll just have to, I'm using a little bit of caution here as to saying that we're going to get enough rain to it'll put a dent. Let's just put it that way. It'll put a dent in the drought situation, which is desperately needed. And then you see another system, another Pacific storm that comes in Wednesday, and this one's going to travel right across the country. So here we go into next Thursday, and you see that system bringing snows to the Rockies. It's a colder system. Then we go into next Friday. Even though it's not painted here, most of the rain will be gone with that system. And this is the one that's going to take over with colder high pressure back behind it. So it will eventually get colder here, but not until the end of next week, as you saw, not really colder, but cooler. And then after that, once we get into the week after next, and that would be in the beginning of November. Then we'll just have to see how cold it's going to get for us. But anyway, there you go. I mean, as far as there's a lot going on today, you've got Noro Fest going on in Scottsville. You've got all these other things going on outdoors today. A lot of events taking place this time of the year outdoors, simply because of the weather. And the weather's going to be fantastic today, just a little breezy at times. Otherwise, it's, mid to upper 70s, lows in the 50s. Again, you're not going to have to worry about your outdoor plants for a while. I'll let you know when it's going to get cold enough to have to bring those in or cover them up again. So hopefully you saved whatever you needed to save. Okay, enjoy the weekend. It's going to be a good one. Thanks as always for watching here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. God bless you. Have a great Saturday, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.